Welcome to our Metal Reactions channel. I'm Brad.
I'm Alena.
We've been having a great time taking a journey through metal with you and each other.
If you enjoy our videos and would like to support us, you can do so on Patreon.
It's €1 and will help us to put out more frequent and better quality videos. You can find the link in the description below. So we are back to Tool. You've loved Tool so far. Probably been your favorite band we've covered so far?
I don't know, between Tool and Slipknot and Nightwish.
Okay. Right, but going well.
Yeah.
So we are back to now the same album we've been covering. This is the title track. So in the last video we found out it's pronounced Ænema or something at least close.
I think there was still a discussion about that in the comments.
Okay, well I'm going with Ænema for now.
Okay.
So I picked this song given the week that's just transpired. So we're a week on from the George Floyd killing and the riots and stuff that have been happening since then. So I thought
happening not here.
Yeah, not here, happening in the US.
Yeah.
So this felt really, really topical to me in my own way, not necessarily directly, but let's just get into it and you'll see what I mean.
Okay.
Oh, if you want to see the rest of our Tool reactions, there's a playlist if you want to watch them in the order that we did them so far.
Wow. I think the songs we heard before, he was always singing in a soft voice, and I never expected that he has like very strong one, like here. Yeah, I like the words of the song. It's definitely in line what I think lots of people are feeling nowadays.
Yeah.
With everything that's happening, all the crazy stuff.
It's very strong and assertive.
Yeah, it is. It is like a proclamation. Yeah, I do love it.
Okay.
And I like the guitar part. Like at the beginning, just sort of setting the pace for everything, and with the pauses and like the breath at the beginning sort of went in line with the guitar, and then just the guitar left and continued. That was also kind of cool.
Okay.
Any fucking time, any sit still, followed by millions of dumbfounded dipshits, and some say the end is near. Some say we'll see Armageddon soon. Certainly hope we will. I sure could use a vacation from this stupid shit, silly shit, stupid shit. One great big festering neon distraction. I've a suggestion to keep you all occupied. Learn to swim, learn to swim, learn to swim. Mom's gonna fix it all soon. Mom's coming round to put it back the way it ought to be. Fuck all that Hubbard and fuck all these clones. Fuck all these gun-toting hip gangster wannabes. Yeah, fuck that true anything. Fuck your tattoos. Fuck all you junkies and fuck your short memory. Yeah, fuck smiley glad-hands with hidden agendas. Fuck these dysfunctional, insecure actresses. Because I'm praying for rain. I'm praying for tidal wave. I wanna see the ground give way. I wanna watch it all go down. Mom, please flush it all away. I wanna see it go right and down. I wanna watch it go right in. Watch you flush it all away. Yeah, time to bring it down again. Yeah, don't just call me after me. Try and read between the lines. Yeah, I can't imagine why you wouldn't welcome any change, my friend. I wanna see it come down, bring it down, suck it down, flush it down.
I wish it never stopped. It's just so good. Oh my god, this guitar. It's just, and it's like so brilliantly working with the voice and the guitar, and they're just like changing places. Sometimes the voice is going forward and then the guitar is in the back, and then this is just so cool. Yeah. Yeah, and I like the energy of the song. At some point, it's kind of, I was feeling like the guitar was, I don't know, like a skyrocket or something, like moving so forward and welcoming change and stuff like that. At least the music seemed to be pointing at that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, this song is like a I can't believe it was written like a long time ago, right?
Yeah, well, I think 98 or something, 97.
Wow.
Yeah.
It feels like a breath of fresh air, you know?
So relative to modern day, which is kind of sad in a way.
It is, yeah, that it's only getting... It doesn't get any better from 1990, whatever, 7. It only gets more and more confusing. Well, I mean, to my understanding, it's definitely a song about change, about the need for change, and it's condemning all that's corrupt and wrong in the society. Basically, all the the fakeness, the faults, the foolishness, and basically they're saying that you can't fix it anymore. It's like it's beyond just fixing small parts of it. You have to change the whole thing, and that's why it's welcoming the end of the world, because the end of the world will mean that it will be a fresh start. I do like this comparison with the like biblical flood. So basically, which also came when people became too sinful and too corrupt in the Bible story, and then it was all washed away and the world started anew. Well, I hope it doesn't get to this point.
Yeah.
I mean, I can swim, but I'm not sure I can last long. Yeah, but I mean, it's a really great art when the song doesn't lose its meaning and its sense of being up to date, and
yeah, as much as I wish the song was horribly out of date.
yeah. But on the other hand, I mean, every generation sees flaws in its society, and it's a normal thing. I mean, when you see that something is wrong, that's the starting point when you start changing things. I mean, it's good that we are not sitting back, relaxing, and saying, "Oh no, it was all back then, and now it's all fine." So, I mean, the more people feel like there are things that needs to be changing, the more there is a chance for changing to the better, for the better.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think the specific context for this song, it talks about LA. So I think what it's specifically talking to is Hollywood, basically. So because there's so many specific references. Okay, I mean the things like fret for your figure, fret for your latte, fret for your lawsuit, fret for your hairpiece, fret for your Prozac, pilot, contract, car. That's all pretty generic. Could be any parts of society really. But then we're talking about the circus sideshow freaks. That's performers. LA.
Yeah, it was talking about some fake actresses.
Yeah, so then later on we get...
Insecure, dysfunctional actresses, yes.
So even before that it talks about, L. Ron Hubbard is I think the founder or co-founder or something like that of Scientology.
Oh.
And
okay.
Then, yeah.
It was founded so long ago.
Yeah, I'm definitely no expert on Scientology, but I think some of the writings go back like decades and decades and decades.
Okay.
Then yeah, so like gun-toting gangster wannabes is probably then the LA gangs. Tattoos junkies, all of that could be anywhere. But then smiley glad hands with hidden agendas is the agents. And then dysfunctional, insecure actresses. So there it is, all very specific to Hollywood within LA. Now, I have read about this song before, so I'm not figuring all this out now. I have read about it before, but so there is quite a bit of other nuance that we don't quite just see from the surface level that I certainly wouldn't have picked up without reading it. Okay. So the first thing, actually, the Wikipedia page. There's a Wikipedia page on Ænema here, the song, the album, but then the song specifically has its own one. So there's a prediction made by Edgar Cayce, I don't know how to say it correctly, known as the Sleeping Prophet, about the end of days in which California and New York are to sink to the ocean, among a plethora of other devastating weather changes.
Oh, so it was very specific.
So that's part of it.
Okay.
This has even more layers to this, but we'll get there. So now Arizona is like one state in from California, so it's talking about Arizona Bay. Now, for there to be an Arizona Bay, the whole of California needs to be underwater.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So that's
I'm
the
not that
first.
good with geography of US to know that.
That's the first bit. Then also the page said somewhere, I remember reading that around this time Maynard actually moved from LA to Arizona. So there's another link in why he's gone with that specific reference.
But he was expecting the flood.
I don't know about that. Then the Ænema part. So it's the joining of two words. So it's Ænema and Ænema.
Mm-hmm.
So Ænema is featured in the works of Aleister Crowley, Carl Jung, going back to Carl Jung, Tool's favorite here, we keep cropping up with, or Jung keeps cropping up. So Carl Jung's concept of the female persona found in males is evoked in these lines. So that's why he's talking about mom.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that. Like usually when we talk about some like superpower, we talk about a father figure, but here it was mom. So, but I was thinking that maybe it's about like the earth.
Yeah, that would have been a good connection.
But yeah, it was interesting that it was the female figure in this context.
And then also, so this the ocean and water is that symbolism of that female influence as well. So the ocean is seen as female in this context.
Okay.
What else was there? And then you mentioned a bit about the Old Testament, the flood and all that. And then also in Freud's terminology, so more psychology, the ego can be seen as the ground in this context. So it's sort of the female, then washing away the ground, they're all suppressing the ground, so covering the ego.
Okay.
I suppose fixing the ego. So there's a whole lot in there. It's like layers of different things.
Yeah,
Super,
I feel like
cool.
since all the songs are apparently connected to Jung, I need to start reading up to catch up on that.
Yeah, so what stuck out to me, I was just listening to this like maybe 2 days ago, and I thought, we should do this. Now, I know the context is very different here, but near the beginning of the song, it talks about here, so it talks about LA, and I'd just been watching, the riots and stuff, and I thought of the LA riots, which was, when were the LA riots were like, I don't know, 92, 94, something like that. So that's before this, and I know he's not talking about those LA riots, but the connection just tweaked with me there, that all of this could be so relevant to today's conversation with all the rioting that's happening. And I mean, it's a very difficult conversation, a lot of grays in what's right and wrong with the rioting, all the ways to achieve change. I mean, what's clear is that we need to have change. I mean, clearly racism is obviously something that needs to be eradicated, and systemic racism especially. The means to achieve that is a very difficult and grey area. But I just thought that this could be so relevant to that mindset of people who feel that the violent protest is the way to achieve that change. The song is almost like an anthem for that, whether right or wrong.
It doesn't talk anything about violence.
Not violence.
It talks about force of nature.
Yeah, but the
the universe is gonna fix it in its own way.
you could easily see that as a metaphor, because the people who are
I wouldn't say so, because it says learn to swim, so it doesn't say go and like start changing things.
but clearly the song is saying that you need to just rip the whole system apart and start from the beginning.
Yeah. But it doesn't say anything about what means need to be applied.
It doesn't.
I mean,
it doesn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just thought it was relevant and topical.
Well, I mean, with all this corona stuff, and it does seem like the meteor can come down by the end of the year or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, sadly, that's the reality.
Okay. Anything else?
Well, start swimming. Who doesn't know, learn.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll see you again for some more tool.
Thank you for watching.